Are you trying to grow and start a personal brand? And you're a little confused on what to do, how do you do it, what does that even look like? Don't worry, I got you. So, if you were trying to start a personal brand, there's really just three things that you need to know. But first, what personal brand is not? Let's go through that. Personal brand is not just about the colors that you want to do or your website, your business cards, the reels and the videos, the podcast, all the things that you're trying to create. That's really not what your personal brand is. Those are aspects of your personal brand. But your personal brand is so much more. Your personal brand is really your reputation. It's your reputation. It's what people think about you when you're not around. So if I say McDonald's, what do you think about McDonald's? What do you think about them? Do you think you need to have $1,000 to buy something from McDonald's? Or are you thinking it's good? Are you thinking I don't want to eat that? I may not feel too good, but yet alone, just that, what your thoughts are about McDonald's, the company, the brand. That is what a personal brand is. It's the reputation. So if I said something like Louis Vuitton, and your mind starts thinking of all these things related and associated with that brand, that's exactly what we're talking about, your reputation. So when you think about your personal brand, maybe you are a professional, maybe you're an expert, maybe you've been working at your in your career for quite some time. Maybe you've just been crushing it and you're like, I can't get any more raises. I've hit up to here at the capacity with my company. There's not much else that they can do. So I want to continue to work here and I want to start my own thing. I want to start my own brand or write a book or do coaching or whatever the case is, maybe some type of product. The goal is to have a clear process so that you know what it is, so you can save time, energy, and you don't have to regret all of the time and money that you spent in trying to figure it all out, when I'm just going to tell you right here. So a personal brand, it's all of these things combined. So a personal brand is going to consist of your voice, your messaging, your story, your offer, as in what are you providing, like what problem are you solving? Like that's the biggest thing. What problem are you solving? But then most importantly is you. Like that's your brain. Your brain is you. So like me, I love the Lord. I love my family. I am a high achieving, go get it, no excuses done. Like I'll figure out a way to make it happen. I love to learn. I love to grow. I want to help. I want to serve. Like I want to do everything that I'm called to do with the little bit of time that I have on this earth. Like that's me. Like that's my brand. So if you are not that type of person, it's really like some parts will connect with you and some parts won't. But I can't change who I am, because I gotta be me. But the same is for you. Like you have to be you regarding your personal brand. Remember that's what it's all of these things connected. But most importantly, it's you. It's not in the colors. It's not in the website. It's you. But it's wrapped around all these things, which brings to the reputation. What do people think about you? Personal brand, okay? So the three aspects of what's really going to get you on a clear pathway to your personal brand starting out is very simple. Three things, okay? Again, most people think that it needs to be, like I said, in some of the tangible things that you create, but before that, you really need a strong foundation. And the reason why this is so important is because, I did this a long time ago. Back in 2012, I started a t-shirt company called Love One Another, and I had no idea what I was doing. I just started buying shirts. I'm just trying to sell these shirts. I'm like, everybody buy these shirts. We need to love. Woo! Right? No idea what I'm doing, right? Got Twitter up to like 1,000 followers, which, Twitter is not easy. Did all this stuff, and I was just so confused. I had no brand strategy. I didn't know. And so then I'd stopped doing that. And then in 2019, I wrote a book, Painformation, which was telling my story of all the pain and things I've been through, and how you can go through those things and find your purpose and go and serve and help. And the issue with that is, I knew I had a message inside of me, but I just wasn't sure how to get it out. So I just wrote it. But still the thing is, I still wasn't clear on what my reputation was. What was I going to be known for? Then I just wrote it and sent it out. So it did okay. And so then I was going, man, there's something missing. Like, I know how to write, I know how to talk, I know how to create things, like I can do like public speaking, like I can do these things, but there's a disconnect between me creating these products or creating these services and like connecting with people. And it was that I didn't have a brand strategy. Like, I didn't have a clear message. I didn't have a clear target audience. But most importantly, I didn't have these three things that I'm gonna show you. So that's the reason why I'm sharing this. So like, I want you to hear from me, a person that's been doing this since 2012, okay? Like, hear me. I want to save you time. The first thing you need to know to create and start a personal brand is why. Like, why are you doing this? What is your why? Why does this matter? Like, just don't do this. Like, you could easily go to work, clock in, come back home. Like, it does, like, you don't have to have a personal brand. So the biggest thing that you need to clarify is like, why? What is the purpose that you are living for? Is it for income? Is it to help? Is it to use your gifts that God's given you? Whatever the case is. The reason why the why is so important is because without it, you're gonna lose motivation. You're gonna start getting confused on what are you doing. And then that goes to the second part. So why are you trying to get a personal brand? What is the problem you're trying to solve? And then the second one is what? So not just specifically what's the problem you're going to solve, but like, what are you doing to solve that? What are you going to do? What products are you going to have? What services are you going to provide? What are you going to do? And I know from Rory and AJ Vaden with Brand Builders Group, they talk about just using, boiling it all down to one word. So like, what's your one word problem that you solve? For me, my one word problem is confusion. Like, that's my jam. If you are confused about where you need to go in life, specifically with the gifts that God's given you, you're confused on your purpose, confused on how to use your gifts, that's me. I got you. Don't worry about it. Like that's where I'm at. That's my jam. But what about you? What is the problem that you solve? And can you put it in one word? That's even more difficult. And trust me, that it took a while, right? So remember, your personal brand is you. It's all of the things combined. It's your reputation. First step is to get the why. Why are you trying to do this in the first place? The second part is what. What problem do you solve? And the last one for a clear, great personal brand is this. The how. That's number 3. How are you going to provide your services? Like, how are you going to solve that problem? Are you going to solve that problem through podcasting? Are you going to solve that problem through writing a book? Are you going to solve that problem through e-commerce? Maybe it's, you just like candles and you want to make candles and help people. Or maybe you want to do fitness coaching. Maybe you want to provide childcare and be a great nanny, the best nanny in the world. I have no idea. But you got to think about, how are you going to solve that problem? And there are a lot of different ways, all the way from, like I said, the services industry to where you are doing more coaching and consulting. Maybe you want to do lawn care, whatever the case is. Or again, maybe it's just more in the products, or maybe it's information. Maybe it's a membership. I don't know what it is, but you have to figure that out. You have to get clear on the how are you going to solve that problem? How are you going to provide those services? And you didn't have to be everything. Just choose one thing for right now. Like, one thing. Just choose one. So if you are looking for a clear personal brand, if you're trying to start one, again, maybe you're a professional, you have years of experience, you're just trying to figure it all out, or you have a message inside you and you're trying to figure out how to get that message out, you're a little confused, just need some clarity, then remember, you are the brand. You are the brand. It's not in the colors and all that other stuff. All that stuff is important, but it's about your reputation. What do people think about you? What comes to mind? Why are you trying to do this? What's your cause? What are you going to do? As in, what problem are you going to solve? And then lastly is how. How are you going to provide the services to solve that problem? So what I'd love for you to do is, if you are trying to start a personal brand, or you started one, or you know your why, you're trying to figure it out, or either what you're going to do or how you're going to do it, just text down, put down in the comments what your why is. I'd love to know. Or put down, what are you going to do or how you're going to do it. Or if you're just going, I don't even know, James. Maybe you're like, I don't know. Oh, that sounds great, James. I have no idea. It's all right. Just type it down in the comments. I'd love to help. Other than that, you are one slant away from changing your life. And so keep going, start that brand, get that message out there so you can start helping and serving as many people as you can with the time you have left.